Our upcoming feature here on Proud Pinoy is something out of the ordinary, but it is a thriving business that few would have ventured into. We are talking about Chef Tony's popcorn.
This is a very familiar brand to many now, a proudly Pinoy product that is well loved, a source of comfort to many, a throwback to one's childhood days when popcorn served joy and fun. This is Chef Tony's popcorn that comes in so many flavors now that it can answer whatever flavors you crave for the moment. The creator of this tub of happiness is a real chef by profession, but he is now more properly recognized as a successful entrepreneur.
Well, I'm Chef Tony. I'm a chef. I'm also an entrepreneur, mostly. I own two companies. The first one, which was my original company, it's American Family Restaurants. And under that, that's a 15-year-old company. And we have three brands under that. The oldest brand is Cajun Red Rock, which is an American bistro serving traditional American food. And the other two, one is Fuel, which is also a fast food style burger restaurant. And the third one is Hokkaido, which is a takoyaki street food type of fast food concept. And the other one definitely is what you know is Chef Tony Snack Foods, which is the parent company and brand holder of Chef Tony's Popcorn and Popcorners. And we also have Holy Kettle Corn, which is a third brand, but we haven't really launched it yet. So that's a third brand we have.
Tony Elepaño, better known as Chef Tony, applied his skills in the restaurant business that he started, but his first restaurant did not quite make it. He knew he had to think of something else to augment this failing business, and it was in the small kitchen of his first restaurant that Chef Tony's Popcorn was born.
Chef Tony was a result of again, my passion for snacks. During that time, I wanted to add to my restaurant income, and I was thinking I wanted to do something simpler than just the restaurant. And again, snacking is something that is of a passion to me. I believed in it so much and I indulged in it so much, and I said, why not come up with a crafted snack, something that is out of my own heart. And popcorn was definitely a very good host to this. We wanted to open the first store, however, we were not allowed to because of the lack of resources. And again, some trivia. So because of that, I was looking for, how do we put a first shop or try it out in the public? And my parents are into the real estate business, and my dad specifically is into real estate. And one time he told me, Tony, so that you can do your testing, why don't you open your first store or try your first store in one of our company's activities. That activity is actually November 1. It was the All Saints Day, All Souls Day. My dad's into the Memorial Park business. And I always tease him that his business is the best because he doesn't have any customer complaints or any return products because he's into the Memorial Park. And so November 1 comes, it's a big activity for the Filipinos. And we opened up the first shop in our cemetery.
After the first store, Chef Tony's Popcorn showed up on the shelves of S&R. Then they had their first store in SM, and the rest, as they say, is history. From 10 tubs a day, they are now producing about 10,000 a day, which is remarkable for a business that started with cooking popcorn behind their house. Today, their signature thin glaze has made them distinctive among the many snack products available in the market. The container and packaging makes a lot of difference.
The container was one of the big things on that product. If you notice, it's in a tub, in a plastic tub, and it's not really by chance. When I crafted the product in the beginning, one of the things I said was, I want to eat this product. I just don't want to make it. I want to experience it myself. And so when I eat popcorn, it's always in a bowl. It was never in a bag. Right? When you go home, you open a popcorn, you pop it on your stove or your microwave, you transfer it into a bowl and you pop in your best movie and you eat in a bowl, di ba? One of the brand promises is the experience. That's the biggest part of it. If I tell you it's caramel popcorn and happiness in a tub, you better be happy while you're actually munching it. And the container is a very big part.
The company's mission is to give a great experience with a snack, and the container, Chef Tony says, is a big part of this experience.
And from that mission, we wanted to say, well, we wanted to be global about the direction.
Now, Chef Tony has over 40 stores, but the company is not about to franchise their brand.
The reason why the company decided not to franchise was really so that we can deliver exactly the same customer experience on all our contact points, which is our stores.
One cannot argue with success. This brand has now dominated the market without going into franchising, but they have not rested their case.
On the second year, I said that maybe the product can go global because the message was good. We realized that the category we were at was interesting. There's a lot of foreign interest. Specifically, Singapore was always instrumental because one of our stores was in Clark, in Pampanga, SM Clark. And we were wondering that the foot traffic in SM Clark is one of the weakest SM stores. But when we see the purchases, we were seeing that people were purchasing in cases. And we were wondering, why are people who's buying the products, are we being brought somewhere and copied? But apparently, there were a lot of Singaporeans in Clark. And these Singaporeans would go home using Tiger Air then regularly, and they're the biggest buyers. So Singapore said, yeah, why not? You know, when the product was highly acceptable in Singapore, we said that, yeah, maybe there's a chance.
Tony was willing to wait until the time that these merchandisers had enough faith in his brand to sell his products alongside other global products.
When we enter the country, we do a lot of exhibitions and a lot of social media engagements. After that, if we strike a lot of interest, then we create a lot of retail stores and kiosks that we call them customer contact points. There are the fastest kasi. Then the third one is then we take the products to modern trade. If there's still an opportunity after that, then they can get to supermarkets, convenience stores. Because you know, a lot of people, a lot of businessmen think that, yeah, when I go to that country, I'm gonna put this product in the supermarket and convenience stores. But they don't know what you're talking about. That is a very expensive and very difficult channel to sell your products.
There is a great need to be creative in introducing your product to a foreign market, and a lot of serious effort goes into this. But the effort has paid off as Chef Tony's popcorn is now in Singapore, Indonesia, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Thailand. Tony says Chef Tony's popcorn will always be sold in tubs, but other environmentalists have raised the issue of using plastic.
Right now, we are trying to do a program wherein our plastic already has a recyclable component. You know, I call it the life tub. Kasi yung tub ng Chef Tony is waterproof and you can keep that, you can keep it. One time I had a challenge a person in Indonesia. When I was doing some promotions there, I told him, you put your cell phone inside the mini tub and when you go to the beach, seal it and throw the tub on the water. And I put in my mouth because he actually did it and posted it. But yeah, well, the tub held up. It was one of the most waterproof things, and because of that, we believe that consumers upcycle or reuse our tubs more than most packaging material out there.
Chef Tony's Popcorn is one example of a very successful homegrown business. And Chef Tony Elepaño has this advice to entrepreneurs.
Always be persistent, perseverance. You know, it's not always easy, and a lot of the young people nowadays, they give up fast. It's a journey. You have to love the journey. Failure is part of the journey, so you need to be persistent. That's the first one. You have to have a persistent heart. The second one is that whenever you have something or doing something, whether it's a service, a product, a tangible product, what's the value added? The value added in your product is the component that will make you believe in it. Do you believe in it? Do you love it? Behind the product, is there a mission? And behind things, there's always something that will improve people's lives, no matter how trivial it is.
Sharing a tub of popcorn with friends and family is sharing joy in an increasingly joyless world we are in. And for Tony, this means a lot.
If I was able to do that to you because of the product I have, and I would always challenge my team, everybody in the world needs it. If I can give the last person in the world, the last man in Alaska, a tub of Chef Tony, and when he opened it, he experienced a little comfort, a little joy, memories of his childhood for that brief time that he popped maybe 100 popcorn in his mouth while watching his favorite movie, for that 10 minutes that he took a break. I said, I did my job.
Popcorn is touted by many as a diet food as opposed to cholesterol-laden junk food that many pig out on. When it is delicious as Chef Tony's popcorn, eating more sensibly doesn't take too much effort to do, and it is certainly more enjoyable.